So we're going to be hopping on this train that's coming right now. This uses a automatic Westinghouse system to control it, and its aim is to stop near 30 feet every time, no matter what speed it's going. So it does have a little of work to do, but so far it's done its job. Of course, it's stopped at 30, for example. So we're waiting for clearance. That's the doors closed, and now we're going. So this system will be used on eventual train sim, but for it is not for as it is now, just in testing. The train behind us is also like this train will be using moving block system. So when it is in the automatic, automatic lanes, they will control their distance from each other as accurately as they can and as carefully as they can. Um, this track has a bit of less friction, so there is at times will slip, and so the trains have to, of course, again, the system has to be very smart to be careful of that. Okay, so approaching this station at about 37 miles per hour now, knows that we are going to need to start slowing down. Going in, we come in at about 25, which is almost as fast as the Victoria line, if not faster. Okay, so let's see if it stops at 30 or 29.9, which is 30 feet. Crawls just a tiny bit, and it's there. Now, that stopped at 30. Of course, when the moment the train starts to get around 30.1, we'd automatically stop the system and put on full brakes, because the tolerance level for us is 35 at the most, where brakes can come on, and 25 on the lowest. Okay, if it stops between there, on the rail thing as well, they have maybe a stricter tolerance, but if it stops between there, then the trains can apply the full brakes to stop it regardless. That's just to stop wasting time if it's crawling or whatever. So that's pretty much it. Now technically I've run through this about 50 times already, and it's managed to consistently stop accurately. However, I won't know the full extent of this until, of course, I've put it in a proper track, of course, proper laid out track in the proper sim from a proper route where we've got different um, the rotations and different things that the train will have to come up against. So as it is, however, it's doing a good job. So let's see again. We're into 26, coming to the stop sign pretty quickly. This is does this without too much braking, and as you can see, it stopped before 30. So this will be probably 29.9 as it does usually. Oh, no, surprisingly, it's 30 again. So there you go. So that's as perfect as it will go, and it will continue to do that. Um, we'll do let it run through the second place again. And as you can see now, it will slowly start to slow down and take its braking point in, and then come to a stop. So if it stops at 30, again, it's a good job. Great, so it stopped at 30. And I can hop out, let that go. Let's hear it's, make sure it's gone. I'll probably take it to the buses. Okay, and that's the job done. So I'm going to turn off the video, of course, at the next station, but as you can see, this is, of course, a nice work in progress, and it's doing what I expected to do. The tracks are very tight on this, as you probably noticed. The points near the track, and there's also rough edges, of course, on the track, unfortunately, because the train uses actual proper constraints. So it actually has the hinge constraint actually moving it. So that, again, anything I really try and do, I try and make sure has proper physics. So as you can see, where there's certain bumps on the track where it's been roughed out, it's not roughly done well, you can see it will bump into, and of course it will lose its friction, because that's what would happen if you didn't have properly curved in tracks that were too tight and your train does hit it and can't go anywhere else with the flange. You'll come across that type of issue. So of course in a real sim, our gauge will be a lot better than this test track. So it would be nice to see how the system handles different inclines and etc. It should still, because it uses a PID controller to control the speed, and then I'm only using a Zengrowth algorithm to control the distance. Okay, so that's about it for this video anyway. I will not be working on the Eastern trains as much as I did in the past week. That was because, of course, I took a break just to quickly get some stuff done, and of course, get myself quickly motivated for the very quick, well, not quick, but the aim to fast forward all our Eastern planes, of course, so that the Eastern trains can get started. So, without much further ado, thanks for watching, and that's probably our last Eastern train public video until the actual sim, and whenever we do planes sometime later in the year. So, see ya.